Two drunk assholes talking about whatever comes to mind. We present Filler with Jack Fike and Rob Harper. Filler is Jack and my insane rambling. In this episode of Filler, we discuss Game of Thrones spoilers, actors' heights, and quickly digress into discussing who is the hottest woman on Game of Thrones. Way to break the stereotype, guys. Please do note that we are extremely drunk during these recordings, so if we do sound like unintelligent fools, just forgive us. We don't sew.
We do not sew.
That's yours, right?
Yes.
I'm a Bolton.
You're a Bolton. Which, the last episode of Game of Thrones, not the last one, the one
No,
before.
the one before.
Yeah, made me question my allegiance to Ramsay Snow.
Why?
He hunted down and killed a woman and let his dogs, just for the hell of it.
What in his history did you think that's not something he would do?
Because in his history, all he did was bring justice to someone who killed two orphaned boys.
No, that's not what he was doing there. He was torturing him, and he cut off his manhood.
He murdered and
He didn't
burned alive, or murdered and burned up two orphaned boys.
Actually, they weren't orphans. They were just villagers.
They were orphans that that when
Weren't they just villagers?
no, because they were orphans. And someone said, "Hey, my kids have gone to war for you, King Rob."
Is that what, I don't
King
know.
Bran was in charge at the time, and said, "Okay, well, we got these two orphans here.
You can have them.
You need two kids. Here you go."
I remember that.
And it was a moment where you're like, "Oh, some good's happening."
And
Those
then
two
they killed them.
kids, yeah. And then next thing you know, Theon's getting them butchered.
Reek.
So at that point, hey,
I like how I forgot that it was his half brother that cut off Jaime's hand too. They're all nuts.
Oh yeah, the Boltons. I don't think they're nuts in that.
Ramsay's nuts.
Now I'm starting to see it, but before
He's nuts. He was always nuts. Ugh.
it was
I
Theon.
can't believe you didn't think he was
Theon
nuts.
was a traitor. He
Yeah, but he
turned
also,
on his
like-
family. He turned on his
Yeah,
brothers.
there's a difference between getting revenge and then torturing someone and like making him think he's escaping and then no, you're not escaping. He broke him.
He deserves a child murderer deserves to be broken.
No, he just deserves to be murdered.
Okay, well that's where we differ.
I can't wait till Ramses meets Theon's sister though. That'll be a fun time.
That'll be a sexy time.
Yeah, they'll probably fall in love.
That'll be a sexy, sexy time.
Make crazy little babies.
Yeah, but
Well, you know the Boltons are going to get their comeuppance because they broke the rules. Them and the Freys. They're cursed.
it doesn't seem to me so far in the series that rules have any
There's
consequences.
gods and stuff though.
There's gods, but it doesn't look like anyone has any.
No, but nobody's ever
consequences.
broke. Well, Rob broke his. He broke his word, and he got killed for it. So I think there's a thing about breaking rules where like nobody else would like Joffrey never broke any rules. He was just a dick, right? Like he never made any pacts that he didn't follow through. He just was an asshole. And he got his comeuppance anyways, but that was just because he was an asshole.
Well, he did say he was going to marry Sansa, and then as soon as Marjorie comes in with her low cut
Yeah.
dress and her her eyes.
So
and
you
her
think now that you've
sexy-
seen this episode, you think Littlefinger poisoned him?
That when Jan and I first watched it, I said, if I was going to kill someone like that, I would be out of the country.
Not anywhere near. Yeah.
And I said,
You said that, yeah, when we talked about it.
and
you
I said, I bet you it's Littlefinger.
But I'm not sure if he did it.
And then afterwards, because he still got his fingers in all the pies
Yeah,
in the
of course.
city because he had Sir Dantos
Yeah.
come and but after careful consideration, we didn't rule out anyone, even Cersei.
Oh, that's my number one is Cersei because especially after what's his name? Tyrion. After Tyrion's like the only person I don't think did it is Cersei because she loves her kids, and I'm like,
Yeah,
But then after seeing her at the church, she was upset. So I'm not sure.
but she wasn't gnashing her teeth and raising her fists.
She was
to the
more just
sky. She was sullen. And,
Sullen, yeah. Maybe she was like, "What I did? Maybe I went too far," kind of thing.
Well, that maybe, but also like, okay, I did what I had to. I had to, you could be sad about putting down an animal that you love.
But even though it's needed to happen.
Yeah, so and she was able to get her brother thrown in prison, and
Who she hated.
and almost gonna get her other brother to kill him. She's got
She's got another son.
another son that's gonna come up. She becomes queen regent again, which is her.
Except for what's like
Except for, what's her name? Marjorie is sort of the queen, so it's like...
They didn't consummate, and much...
Yeah, but she said you were in better position than you were with...
Yes. So at some point, someone might go, hey, I'm technically the queen, and they might go, well, you're not really the
Well, it
queen.
should be great, because it'll be like, oh, I'm the queen, then Cersei will be like, no, I'm the queen regent, you're not the queen, and then Tywin will be like, no, she's the queen, because they need her money. But the Martells might still end up being the...
And Marjorie's a hot piece of ass.
Oh, yeah,
I would do terrible, unsanitary things to her. And if I was Tywin...
Is she the hottest person there? She's probably the hottest girl on the show. Mother of Dragons is pretty hot. She's hotter with dark hair.
With her, I was just going to say, with her regular hair, she's super hot.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say Lena Headey is a very attractive woman.
Good. Yeah, but compared to the other ones, come on.
But I'm going to say Shay's pretty
no,
up
I didn't
there.
like Shay.
No.
I didn't see. Not my cup of tea.
Well, she's up there. Roz was up there.
Yeah,
redhead.
she was definitely up. And that little redheaded girl who was screwing Oberon. One of the whores.
Oh,
she was
my
super
God.
hot. I was like...
it got uncomfortable with the way I was like, oh my.
Yeah, she was super hot.
Yeah, but Marjorie might be the...
Yeah, she's like... She's probably the prettiest. Maybe not the hottest, but she's definitely the prettiest.
But I know a lot of people, you read about it, they're like, why? Her face is lopsided.
Really? Yeah. I think she's super pretty.
Yeah.
Like, her eyes are very interesting. Like, they're odd shape.
She's not classically beautiful, but everything works. Everything. The body, everything. She doesn't have, like, giant cans. She doesn't have, like, the big badonkadonk.
No.
She doesn't, like, all the stuff that you go, like, oh, girl.
But neither does Mother of Dragons, but she's as hot generally, too.
Yeah.
I don't like her as much on the show because I don't like the way she talks on the show. She's always kind of like talking loud, like she's always.
Which one?
Mother of Dragons.
Daenerys. Emilia Clarke, yeah.
But she like just the way she talks on the show, even though she really is British, it almost sounds like she's doing a British accent. So it's like a little weird.
Like she's all chimney.
Yeah, it's just.
Oi, governors!
But in real life, she is.
We're gonna free your slaves. Get those shackles off of there.
She's always like yelling and. It's her way, her tone. For some reason, her tone annoys me. I'm trying to think, there's not many other girls.
I'm here to free your slaves. Shh. Okay, we can hear you. And if you don't comply, shh.
And she always kind of talks down to everybody.
Yeah,
even her friends, she talks down to.
She's gotten very regal in a very short amount of time. When she's like,
because I hate when she's like, even like, no, you're my best friend. I can't. I hate
Sir Marmont, you've been with me. I'll fight the. No, you're.
I can't believe they switched actors so easily for that one guy though. Like, totally different actor.
Yeah, but the guy before.
Oh, the other guy sucked.
He. I don't know what character is in the book.
Well,
so
have you heard Comic Book 19 talk about it?
Well, she says he's
like really flamboyant. And
nothing
like either of these guys.
But I thought the first one kind of catered more to because his teeth were jacked up, his face was angular, and I thought he could become a little more flamboyant. This guy rough and tumble.
He just looks like Robb Stark, really.
Yeah, he looks like a mercenary. Like he's not going to be flamboyant. I thought the other guy could grow into.
But I didn't like the other actor, so I like this actor more. I just wish he was more different.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're on the same page.
He looks just like everybody else. But anyways, it's fun stuff, fun times.
Yeah.
I thought when they catapulted stuff in, I thought it was going to be weapons, so the slaves would have weapons, but it was all their collars being like, look.
As soon as I saw them wheeling up, I said, when did they have time to make siege weapons, and with what trees? And then Janet's like,
they probably just stole them from the other city.
It's just like, who cares where they got them from? I said, do you know how hard it is to move those? She goes, no.
They're thinking about the logistics.
They're going to do something cool with them, and that's all that matters. And she was right. That it was something cool.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just like, hey, we have catapults. It was something.
I thought it was going to be weapons so that all the slaves would have weapons.
And when they said, oh, bring out your champion, I thought she would go, okay, no thank you. And then be like, who is left? And she'd go, oh, how about my fucking dragon?
Yeah.
That's my champion.
What I thought was going to happen when they're all like jeering them on the thing, I thought the dragon was just going to do a flyby and just roast them all.
Just start
that's what I thought for sure. Like, they were like, we're way up here. You can't hurt us. But
yeah,
they went more tactful. I guess in the book also, when the champion, it's a totally different person who kills that champion.
Yeah,
and he shits. He shits instead of pees, which is funny.
He takes a big dump right there. Yeah,
he's an Unsullied. I guess that's just not. They didn't bother. It's just some huge Unsullied, but they didn't bother that character. They have too many characters. There's so many characters they cut out. These books are like filled with characters.
And I can see why they can't. It's just having actors and if they want to film scenes, and go, "Are you available?" No, I have like I'm on
You can't keep all these guys on retainer. Like
yeah, I'm a big fat Unsullied for 2 episodes. You see me for 3 minutes tops. Why am I going to not be doing?
Well, even the mountain. I bet the mountain is supposed to be in a lot more thing, but they just were like, well, we're not going to just have him in the background.
They've already had him switched actors twice now.
Have they?
Yeah,
Just some big guy.
yeah.
He does it because he doesn't have to act.
No.
Maybe that's why they had to switch him, because if maybe eventually does have to act, especially when he's going to come up against Oberon.
Yeah, because I was reading an article about who they had and why they switched. Like the Daenerys was played in the pilot by another woman.
Yeah, I knew that.
She was a weird looking broad
Was
too. Oh yeah, she was.
I just knew they just didn't like how it turned out. And they had to refilm all those scenes.
Her eyeballs were as jacked up as the other guy's teeth. His grill was all sideways. Well, her eyeballs were all sideways.
Let's see.
And someone else, but
yeah, they keep changing actors. They don't care about changing actors, which is cool. I like that. Where some shows are too precious with their actors.
well,
This show's just like, fuck it. They'll switch anybody. They don't care.
they were supposed to have, instead of Braun teach Jaime to fight left-handed, it was going to be the guy who had his tongue cut out. What was his name? I forget what his name was, but the
Is he
actor.
even in the show anymore?
Well, the actor got pancreatic cancer, and
Oh.
he was a famous musician. He was a big deal. Like this guy was a pretty big deal.
And he
And,
died, or?
he's on his way out, and I guess they when they were filming didn't know exactly what he was going to be capable of doing, and
Yeah.
so. But the guy, he's spending. I think they gave him like 6 months to live. The first thing he did was like, I'm going on tour. I'm getting
He's
the band to
getting
get.
all that.
He's going to live like a rock star again. Just go to town. Good for him. You only get one. You only get one spin around this crazy life we call life, and it's
Life we call it.
this puppet show we call life. And so if that's what it takes to, I just wish every person on the planet had the money and the resources to actually just like
Oh, yeah.
live a decent life.
That's why we need robots.
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 Wow, we need some robots, all right.
Sure. Sex robots.
Yeah. Well,
Tamsin Merchant. Is that who played it? Is that what it said?
Tamsin Merchant. That sounds familiar, but I wouldn't remember from the article I read. I wouldn't remember exactly what the name was. She's
She's pretty, at least in normal life.
let me see, Mr. Yeah, no, she's not pretty.
I think she's pretty.
No, in the pictures I saw, and that's a good picture. That's a pretty glamour shot of her. But the rest of them I saw, she had a big nose, angular jaw. Her eyeballs were pointing in different directions. Yeah, see, no, she's not pretty at all.
She's pretty?
No, come on. Eric Stoltz in The Mask was prettier than her.
No, she's pretty enough.
No, come on. You know who? Speaking of pretty women in the show, yeah, no.
She's not as pretty as the other girl, but she's pretty enough. She's not horrid.
I think the girl who plays Sansa will be a good looking girl. I know Arya, the young.
She's a little weird looking.
She's. I think it lends well to a lot of the other characters have aged now to the point where it's outpacing where they're supposed to be.
That's the king. The new king is supposed to be like 5 years old.
But the Arya, the girl who plays Arya, I think she has just a unique enough look that she
she's different.
She can still play a younger
You're allowed
character.
to say that Sansa is hot. She's 18.
Yeah, but
She's 18. Okay. She is in real life.
Yeah, she's
hot enough. She's alright. She's very British.
She's British hot.
She's like
British hot is a thing. Like they're not.
She's what do they call her? English Rose or whatever.
But she's only 18 years old. Like I think in the future she'll probably be a very attractive woman.
Yeah, she's already. Yeah, she's not gonna be ugly unless she gets horribly scarred.
Yeah, during some.
What's her name? Maisie Williams is Arya.
Yeah.
She's got to be young. She's, I think, 16.
She's only a few years.
Her birthday's 1 year or 1 day earlier than mine.
Oh,
not 1 year earlier.
1 year earlier, then
she's really old.
Then she would be. She plays young very well for a 40-year-old.
97, 2014. She'd be 17.
You're asking me to do math.
17.
I know she's within 1 or 2 years of Sansa because the two of them are.
She's a lot shorter though.
Yeah, she's.
There's a picture of them next to each other, and she's like half her height.
She's gonna make for a younger. Yeah, she's gonna make for a younger playing character for a lot longer. Yeah. She's
Although
cute.
that's an old picture.
She's
cute.
No,
that isn't an old picture. That's March 18th.
Okay, well that's less than a.
Wow, she's either Sansa's really tall or she's really short.
Why not both?
Could be both. She's got a very round face.
Yeah, but she looks adorable. Like
she actually looks like a supermodel, like not a supermodel, but a model. You know,
model.
that
Yeah,
got those heads like that.
She does have a very model body.
Yeah. Yeah, like very boy-like and big round head.
Like a newscaster. If you ever see newscasters in real life,
They got huge heads.
They've got huge. I don't know how genetically why we're predisposed.
It just looks better on the screen.
Yeah, because we're predisposed to take a look at that and go, oh, okay, well that's normal on TV, and I don't know why.
Well, TV really screws up proportions.
Because I've met some of the newscasters from Buffalo and stuff like that.
They're like short with huge heads.
Yeah.
And you're like, they're like little popsicles.
I want to lick your lollipop head.
Well, generally, we were talking about the heights of people, too. Like, you usually think, you see all these movie stars, you think they're so huge. Meanwhile, if you saw them in real life, you're like, Jesus, that person's short.
Yeah. I was shocked at how many movie stars that play action heroes that are, like, beating up people and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're
and
like
you look
5'6",
and they literally wouldn't come up to my chest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then once in a while, you get, like, Hugh Jackman or someone quite tall, but he's, like, 6'3" or something.
Really?
Yeah, he's really tall.
They must do camera tricks with...
That's why everybody was upset when he was playing Wolverine, because he's about a foot taller than Wolverine's supposed to be.
Because in The Wolverine, he was the same height as, like, a Japanese woman, so I was like, okay, well, it must be foreshortening or doing something.
Just generally tall Japanese people.
I wonder if they actually cast the Yukio or whatever her name was. Yeah. I wonder if
she's just tall.
I wonder if they had to find a Japanese actress who was tall to kind of keep that illusion.
I can't remember any real scenes where they're standing next to each other.
Okay, I was just gonna say there's plenty of scenes like that, but I'm saying, well, no,
because a lot of times he's laying down or she's
sitting on a wall, he's standing.
That might be the way to do it. Like he's sitting down a lot of the time or laying down. Or the only time I think maybe it was in the wedding that they might have been, but I don't even think they were near each other in the wedding.
I've only watched it once, so I'm not gonna say. But there's got to be a scene or two. Well, she gets on a subway through a crowd. I wonder if we looked back, if her head was like a head and shoulders above the crowd.
I'm sure we could find out the actress and then probably find out her height.
Yeah, well then that would be something because
first of all, let's make sure that Hugh Jackman is that.
I've met plenty of Japanese people, and I have pictures of me standing around Japanese people. And
generally.
And it was I was comically out of proportion. It was shocking.
You are to most people here too.
Well, that's just my obscenely large hands and
1.8 meters. What is that?
1.8.
Why would you tell us meters?
1.6, I think, is 6. No, it's
I don't know. Fucking meters. Tell me in feet and inches.
Feet and inches, or how about centimeters?
6'2". He's 6'2".
Oh, so he's as tall as I am.
And then we have to figure out that actress Yukio.
You know who else is kind of good looking in Game of Thrones?
Hugh Jackman.
It's Theon's sister. In that kind of like they dress her down, they make her kind of like.
I bet she'd be probably pretty in real life.
I bet you she dolls up real nice. Yeah. Like I think you could probably shoot her in the face with the makeup gun and.
What's her name too? Sam's girlfriend there and
Gilly.
Yeah, she's probably pretty hot too. She's got a weird chin, but she's pretty.
Every time I see her, she looks like our friend Carrie.
A little bit, same chin, I think. Like
same eyes, same.
Yeah, maybe. It's Yukio, right? Rila Fukushima.
It's
a weird name.
Well, this is it. This is we have a theory going on, and you're going to answer that question in
who knows?
moments.
Like, might not have her height anywhere. 5'8". She's 5'8", so she's quite tall for a Japanese.
Yeah, that's 5'8".
So she is. Yeah, she's. Let's see, Mariko.
As an average height for a North
sure
American
5
man.
foot is the average height.
Yeah, I would say.
So she's quite tall for a Japanese. So she's only what? She'd be 6 inches shorter than Hugh Jackman,
which would show huge on the camera unless they make a.
Well, she'd look like a female to a male, right? Like it's not.
Except for, like you said, Wolverine is supposed to be on the shorter side. He's supposed to be a.
Yeah, they don't play it in the movies like that though at all.
Oh, okay.
They're like, nope, he's tall. It's like, no, he's short. Yeah, which is fine. So, I don't care about that. You don't want to see some short guy being the Wolverine. Actually, the girl who plays Mariko is 5'9"3/4. She's almost 5'10".
Mariko, that's
Mariko's
the girlfriend. The girl was the girlfriend. That's what I was talking about.
Yukio is the one that is the assassin looker.
Yeah, no, I was talking about the other one.
Mariko's tall. Yeah,
she's 5'9". 5'10". 5'9" 3/4.
Might as well be 5'10".
Yeah, so I bet you there's some scenes where she's milling around with people and then she stands up tall.
Let's see about
to cut off that.
Is there anybody else in the movie? Nobody else really stands next to him. Shinjin.
But yeah, so as Game of Thrones goes, I'm looking
who's
forward
the other person
to.
we're supposed to look for? The Theon's sister.
Theon's sister. We're probably missing someone. Like there's the girl that is with Bran and her brother are taking it. Like
she looks young,
but she's probably young. Like to even
she looks young. She probably isn't young because you never
to even start broaching whether she's hot or not. I think is getting into that territory where the authorities will be knocking on the door. But yeah, I think that's it. Like
Hodor.
No, I've seen Brienne, the one who plays Brienne. She's
very tall.
She's very tall. I have seen her nude. There's a picture of her. Yeah,
I'm not sure that'd be the best thing.
She's not bad looking. They make her like the Brienne character. With the short hair and the very. But I'm sure she would.
Who are we looking for? What's her name? Roz is probably the hottest girl, totally.
Roz was probably, of like the people who have names and who you would look at and go, okay, that's a character.
Yeah, she was. What's her name? I can't remember.
I think it's Aelia Greyjoy or something like that.
Yeah, she'd say Greyjoy at the end. There's too many people.
Oh my god, too many characters.
There is. It's like Jesus.
Kill some more characters.
Well, they even have the dead ones on here. That's the problem.
Oh well.
Well, there's quite a few dead ones.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's. I think that's the hallmark of the series. That at any point in time, your favorite could be could end up being throat cut, shot with a crossbow.
The fuck?
What the
There's
fuck?
so many people.
The Red Witch. She's kind of hot.
Yeah, sort of. She doesn't do it. She's maybe because of character.
No. Well, she has a religious slant, and that immediately puts her in your shit list. That's
well, not necessarily, but she does because she's annoying. Maybe mostly.
She is. She's caused more trouble than she's. You know, sure, we've seen her crap out a demon baby, so you know she's not totally full of crap. But
oh no, she's definitely not full of crap. She does shit, and then they saw the things in the fire.
Well, one guy claims that I'll just go with that's like going ghost hunting and everyone hearing voices. Like it's no one guy thought he heard something, and then next thing you know.
But didn't everybody see it in there? I thought everybody saw it.
No, he saw it once, and then. But I'm just gonna say, she has some power, but she doesn't. Why is she failing at every turn? Yeah, I don't know.
I think the hottest girl is Diana Rigg.
In her day, she was.
She doesn't look like the same person.
No, she looks like a Star Trek alien now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But in her day, yeah.
Yeah. I do like Oogle's fun.
He's funny, and it leads me.
He's like the most like legitimate guy there too. He's only there for one reason: to avenge his sister.
Yeah, and he's
being corrupted though, so maybe he'll turn back.
He stepped off the boat and said, "This is why I'm here. Tell whoever you want, but it's going to happen."
Yeah.
After that, I'm going to come. I'm going to go to the whorehouses. I'm going to eat the best food. I'm going to sleep with the prettiest men and women, and I'm just going to live life.
Yeah, that's what his thing is.
But I am going to do what I told you, which is get revenge. So, you know.
But he's being corrupted by Tywin.
Tywin?
I think Tywin's not a bad guy. Until we find out he actually did order that girl to be raped and murdered, then we know Tywin's a bad guy. But until we find that out, he's not a bad guy. He's just doing what he has
to do. Which girl raped and murdered?
Oberyn's sister.
Oh.
Because he said, no, I didn't tell Mountain to do that.
But you know what? The Mountain is a crazy MFer.
Yeah, okay, it could go either way, but I feel like it's going to turn out the other way.
He could have said, okay, just go and do whatever. Because she was a Targaryen, wasn't she?
Yeah. No, she was a Martell. But she was married to the king. She was the queen.
So,
yeah, so that's why.
The Mountain seems like one of those people you don't give too many instructions to.
Or if
you point him...
Or he decides his own...
I think...
Did you get rid of her? No, I just meant send her away, not kill her.
Yeah. Hey, I want you to, go to that keep and cause trouble or whatever. Because he started ravaging the countryside at one point.
Yeah, that's what those guys are. They're all the guys that the Hound killed.
Yeah.
They've been ravaging the countryside for a long time.
They're the ones that... Like they've just been like causing all kinds of strife and chaos. Yeah. So it's
why can't I find she's not listed on here for some reason?
Well, that's
weird.
How about I use my computer to find her? Watch this.
Well, I can type in her actual name. Ding. Greyjoy, right? Are you going to just keep doing it until I acknowledge it? Because I'm not going to acknowledge it. I think it's funny.
Stephen J.
It's
Channel.
not Bailey. Yara. Yara Greyjoy, right? Yara?
Yeah, that sounds right. I thought it was Alia, but
Yara
sounds...
Yara. Yara. Her real name is...
Yarp. That'd be funny if the Hound, every time he had to talk to her, calls her Yarp.
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 Gemma Whalen.
Of course her name's Gemma.
Yeah, it's very
In a British show, you have to
She's
have...
the Wolfman.
Ooh, the Wolfman.
She's cute. She's pretty cute. She reminds me of what's her name?
No, that's the sister of the... That's not the
That's
one...
Greyjoy's sister.
No, it's
Yes, it
not.
is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. See? That's her.
Oh, it is. She
does look like the other sister.
She looks identical to the sister of the warg.
Yeah, it's a little bit, yeah.
No, I said identical.
She looks like somebody. She looks a little like Blossom.
No, like Mayim Bialik is a...
Back in the day. She's got a big head. So many pictures of her.
She's kind of cute.
She's definitely like, yeah, she's cute. She's definitely cute. I didn't even know what the word sister is named.
No.
Anyway, maybe we should stop this and actually record a podcast since we've been talking for 20-something minutes.
Well, this could be, mind you, this could be a
Game of Thrones
filler. Which, if we didn't edit...
All of us talking about how hot girls are?
Yeah.
Should that stay in or stay out?
Well, I do have a girlfriend, and I don't... Well, she must understand that I do have...
She'll never listen to this.
That's true. That's true.
Just don't play it for her.
Leave it in.
It stays in.
This is going to be a filler. Thank you for listening. This has been a filler for the Vinland Old Time Radio. We have to go. I do apologize. We have a Dead Zone podcast. Please listen to our the Dead Zone podcast as well. But we have a Dead Zone podcast we have to record. Should have been recording for the last 20 minutes because we're on a time schedule. We got a partay to get to tonight. Thank you for listening, and good day to you, sir. Good day.
Well, there you have it. And yes, we later remembered we forgot about Ingrid. We're sorry. See you next time.
Hey, Jack.
Hey, Rob.
Funny meeting you here.
In the studio, in front of the mic. It's uncanny.
It's not a regular occurrence anymore. Ever since Studio H got shut down for, well, things.
Violations. Health code violations. You know how it is.
Ever since that happened, it's not been as regular.
Speaking of regular, you regularly update your Twitter account.
I call it our Twitter account because it's Vinland OTR.
And what does that stand for, Rob?
Vinland Old Time Radio. That's this little podcast we do. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Have not.
That's funny because you recorded. Oh, I didn't tell you were recording?
No, this is just me being me. Anyways, so if someone would want to follow your Twitter account.
Our Twitter account.
How would they do that?
At Vinland OTR.
Fantastic. And people who don't want to follow our Twitter account, who are on Twitter, you make baby Jesus cry. Live with that.
At Vinland OTR. 2 N's in Vinland. It's not Vineland, it's Vinland. If you can't spell, we don't want you.